Hello. All right. I'm going to wait a few minutes. I'm a little early, so I'm just getting stuff set up while you all start hopping on. Hey, Amber. I'm going to be going a little bit back and forth because I have my chat box open on my daughter's computer also. And this music will go away too. It just gets kind of lonely while I wait for everyone to get online. So enjoy, dance a little. Okay. Couple more minutes and we'll get started. Can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay. Awesome. Last time, well, not last time, but the first webinar I ever did, I forgot to unmute my microphone and I did the whole thing muted. Getting better. Okay. Wait like 2 more minutes, not quite 10. I see that a few of you are hopping on. Welcome. Say hello in the chat box. Introduce yourself. Amber, you're going to be listening while cleaning. I do that all the time too. My daughter's actually in the other room. I sent her over there with a tablet, so she hopefully won't say hello, but if she does, then I'm okay with it too, because that's part of why I work from home. This lighting is a little bit weird too, so. All right, I'm gonna turn my music off now. Who likes some Debbie Deb? Maybe I'm gonna try that. There you go. All right. Welcome everyone. Say hello in the chat box as you're hopping on so that I know who's here. I'm gonna be checking and I won't be able to reply a lot, but I want to read it. And that's how also I'll be able to answer some of your questions later if you have any. And if you have them throughout the training and you don't want to forget, either write it down or pop it in the chat box and I'll just kind of scroll through them later. And I'm going to get started. So thank you so much for being here live if you're here. And if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching. I hope that I'm able to share what my goal of this is, for me to share some of my experiences in working from home and starting a business and being a mom with 3 kids and the craziness of it all, but why I do it and how I do it. It really is the confidence and clarity. And I think that once you are able to start working on that, you'll be able to feel a little bit stronger in how you proceed starting your own business or growing it if you've already started it. So I'm also going to give really simple action steps and questions for you to start thinking about how you can just kind of start building your confidence. And they're easy because I want you to do them today, this weekend. I want you to work on it. The whole point of me doing this today is because I wanted it to be easy for you to kind of grasp and think about it and then do it so that you can, step into the best version of yourself and build your amazing business, because that's what I love to see moms do, creating your own success. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So give me 1 minute. Okay. Oops. All right. So you're here for confidence and clarity. And basically, I want you to use these tools to turn your hobby into a business and just, live your life on purpose. That's like one of my favorite things to say is live on purpose, live your purpose, or something along those lines. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be a business. It's just whatever big dream you have. I feel like confidence and clarity around it are going to give you such a solid base foundation for you to take your next steps and grow. And when you do make mistakes, then you actually are landing on a solid surface so you can start again and continue to go for it. So you are here and you're in the right place if you have this big dream and you want to make an impact in the world. There's some passion that burns inside of you, and you know that like there's something that you want to do. There's something that just kind of gets you going, and you don't quite know exactly what it is. So you just want to really dig deep and get some clarity there. You're ready to start discovering what you're meant to do, and you want to feel confident doing it. And I like to make sure you're confident in your life and your business, or your whole life. There's so many different areas, different parts of you, and I want you to feel confident in every area of your life. So these tips that I'm going to give today, I think, can really help you with that also, not just business. You believe you can make a difference. Maybe you're not quite sure how. Maybe you don't know who to call first or what to do first or what to research first, but you know that you can make a difference, and you want to. And you're on here because you're ready to take action and turn your hobby into a business. And even if you're calling it a business, but you're not really making money, or you're not really being strategic or intentional with what you're doing, it's probably feeling more like a hobby. And that's what I don't want for you, because if you're wanting to make a business, then it should not be a hobby. So that's just a little bit. Hey, Stephanie. That's just a little bit about what we're going to go over, or not a little bit. That is what we're going to go over. And you're in the right place if that's who you are today. I wanted to just let you know, oops, I spelled little wrong, a little more about me. I live in Southern California with my husband, Gilbert. We have 3 daughters. Their ages are 10, 9, and 2. I have been working from home with them since they were born. So I started event planning about 14 years ago. It was 3 days after my high school graduation, and I actually worked out of her home. So it was still very laid back and comfortable and around the corner. And when I had my first daughter, I used to take her to work with me, and I loved it. So I just have been working from home with my girls since then, and I enjoy it. I know it's tough. I know there's days that are really hard, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And then for the past few years, I've had rheumatoid arthritis. And when I got that, everything had to change. All the busyness of my life, everything that I would go and do, and for everybody else, for work, for family, for friends, for my kids, my husband, I would just push myself to my limits and beyond. And when I got arthritis, I literally physically could not do anymore. And that's kind of where my journey into this business started, and really living my purpose of working with moms and encouraging them to do what they want to do, no matter what struggles or challenges or fears or anything that's you kind of feel like could hold you back. I want to help you break down those barriers, because that's kind of what I feel the RA did for me, was try to build a wall up so that I couldn't do life. And I love life, so I wasn't going to let it stop me. And I'll just talk to you a little bit more about that later. But that's kind of what triggered me to kind of get started and build my business. So I love it. And I coach moms who want to live on purpose. I really just want to help them not feel so stressed and overwhelmed. I want them to let go of perfection, let go of guilt, and just really step into being who they truly are meant to be in the world as a woman and as a mother. Because I feel like when you become a mom, you kind of told actually by the world that that's it, your life's over, everything's about the kids now. And I just don't think that's true. I think that you can still be an amazing mom and enjoy motherhood and raise amazing kids and be present in their life while you still go after your dreams and do things that you want to do. So that's kind of why I want to coach moms and just kind of empower you to be your best self and go for your dreams. So personally, though, I love coffee. That makes me super happy. I like taking naps, even though I rarely get them. They just, I like to sleep and just relaxing, being lazy. I do like to travel. I like to spend time with friends and family, but I really am a homebody. I like to just chill and be with my family and friends in a comfortable place. And that's just kind of my lifestyle. So let's get started. We're going to learn about how to find the confidence to go after your big dreams. We're going to get clear on what you actually want to do. And I'm also going to share some of the best ways to stay focused and motivated, because there are days that are tough. I mean, especially when you have kids, I feel like there's days where you don't want to do anything and then you feel guilty because you didn't, and that's okay. So I'm going to share how I stay motivated and I keep going and I get refocused. So let's go. First of all, it's being confident in who you are, and truly who you are. Like, I think sometimes we forget who we are as we've grown up and we've had other influences in our lives and we become moms and we kind of lose ourselves. So like I mentioned before, I found my confidence after I got rheumatoid arthritis, because I had to make that decision. Am I going to let it run me, or am I going to just run it? I still wanted to live and enjoy life, and I needed to do it a little differently. So that was me making the decision not to let rheumatoid arthritis or anything else get in my way of doing what I want to do and being with the people I want to be with. So happiness is huge to me, and staying positive through this journey has been a blessing, because that's how I can get through some days that are really tough. I journaled, I wrote down goals and dreams, I prayed, and I really just was reflecting on my life and what's truly important to me, and if I was even making those important things a priority, and I wasn't. So now was my opportunity to do that. I got support, major. I have an amazing mom who has helped me from the start, and she just kind of has been by my side. Friends are amazing, and they support me and love me no matter what, and that builds my confidence. I've reached out to coaches and mentors, biz besties, and people that just kind of help me bring my dream business to life. But support is huge. Creating community is huge. So that's also how I found some of my own confidence, and just really making that decision to go for it, and knowing that, tomorrow's not promised. So what can I do today to make this happen? And baby steps, and seeing the big vision, but also being able to bring it into now and see what's going on in my life now. What can I do right now and seeing those baby steps even as wins, that's so important. And why I believe in confidence so much is because it gives you freedom to be yourself. That's huge to me. Like, free yourself from everything that's holding you back, holding you down, depressing, all of that negativity. Let it go and find the freedom to be who you are. When you are confident and you're actually taking action, you're helping people that you want to help, and you're making a big difference in their life. And even if it's just the life of one person, or you're doing a small piece of it, you're still helping. And that is so important. I think self-care is a major priority that too many moms forget. So self-care, taking care of yourself, it's part of taking care of your family. And when you find your confidence and you know and understand all the importance of it, I think that you will be able to take better care of yourself, and you just become a better person who's honest, you have integrity, and you encourage people. You keep going for what you believe in. And that's why tying it back to like really what's your purpose, you have to believe in it, because you have to continue to go for it every single day, all the time, no matter what. Even when you fail or you feel like something doesn't go right, you got to keep going. And that's also really important. It's like you don't give up. And taking action, kind of the same thing. You know, you're here to share a special gift that you have, and your story is going to make a difference to somebody's life. Even if somebody else does the same thing that you do, or they want to do the same thing, the way that you share your story and the person that you are is going to make the difference in their life. So you have to show up 100%. And confidence is what will help you do that. Sometimes I question my confidence, and I have to sit with that, and I have to work through it. So here's some tips on how I do that. The first thing is to be aware of it. I think that's important in so many different areas, is just recognizing like, okay, I'm trying to talk myself out of this, or I don't feel like I'm good enough. So what am I saying exactly? And then I have to analyze it. So why am I saying this? Did something happen? Or not? I don't know. You just kind of have to work through it, analyze it yourself. And what you'll find is that you are afraid of something, or you're feeling like you're not confident to do it, and it's for some bogus reason that doesn't even make sense and most likely won't happen. And you just have to like lose it. You just have to put your big girl panties on and keep moving forward, because you know that's not even a legit concern. And if it is, then refocus on the why. Like, even if you're scared, why are you starting this business? Why are you wanting to make this difference in the world? And make it about that. Like, make it about so for me, I make it about you, the moms that I want to make an impact on. So even when I'm afraid, like for example, this training, I'm terrified when I get on live trainings all the time, and I love to speak. And what I find is that if I just do it and just go for it, I start talking about what I love and I'm passionate about, and it just kind of all falls away. And even when I'm still a little bit nervous, I then think about you. And if I don't share this message, then maybe you're going to miss out on something that you were supposed to hear. So same for you. Like, think about the people you want to help. And if you don't start talking and sharing your message and your story and doing something about it, then they're not going to listen. They're not going to be able to listen, and they're going to miss out. So that's part of the confidence. It's making it about people that you want to serve and make an impact on. And that totally helps me, because then I kind of lose my nerves a bit. Excuse me. And this is actually a worksheet I have, and I will send that to you all after this training. But these are just some questions that I would love for you to answer. Write them down in your journal. Take time to like really think about it. And again, you're going to dig deep, because this is about more than just like a phase that you're in. If you really have a passion about something, I want you to create it. I want you to make it happen and take action. So this is a worksheet. I'll send it to you. Like I said, take a picture of it now if you'd like. But these are some questions that I'd like you to answer, or sentences to finish about you, and feel good about it. Make sure that everything that you're writing just feels good. All right, we're going to get into clarity now. So finding clarity, kind of really knowing what exactly you want to do. And just so you know, this kind of takes some time, and that's okay. It is a process. So don't get discouraged if you're not 100% right now. I think you always want to go back to getting clear on what you're doing. Excuse me. So the first thing that I did was getting clear on my values. So that was back when I was talking about reflecting on what was really important to me. I say like, oh, my kids are so important, but then I was traveling for work and I'm on Facebook all day and I'm not truly paying attention to them or being with them. Same, for my husband and my marriage, focusing on that and growing that, strengthening it. Family, friends that are important to me, going to church. All of this, like I said, I loved it, but then I wasn't truly living my life in those places. So getting clear on what I really valued in my life was a big eye opener, because obviously now I help moms do the same in their life. And it's so cool to see it. Kind of feel guilty a little bit at first, but that's okay, as long as you're going to make the changes now to go for it and be with the people that matter. I also ask my friends and family. It's validation. Like, what I ask friends and family, what are 5 words that you think of when you think of me? Or thinking about what I was good at. Like, what did they come to me for? What did they ask my help and advice for? Again, I reached out to my coaches and mentors for business, in how to grow and how to succeed and feel good about what I was doing. How could I, like, what was I good at in their experience or with me and knowing me? And when I talk, what were they pulling out of it? I validated my experiences. That's just, about looking at my life and the things that I've been through and how will that help me become who I want to be. Paid attention to what lights me up. Like, what could I talk about 24/7? You have to shut me up. And that the first thing was motherhood. Like, anything about my mom life, I was an open book. I love talking about it. I still do. I can talk about my kids and being a mom all day, every day. So that's where I knew I was going to start, was around that mom life. And then just becoming present in everything that you do. Like, if you're on this training, be here. I know, Amber, you said you were cleaning, and that's okay. I think sometimes we have to multitask. But being present is really about being where you are completely. And even more so when you are with the people that matter the most or doing something that matters to you. Be there completely and let everything else go. And you'll just kind of see all that cloudiness drift away, and you'll find your clarity in those moments. And it's a beautiful thing. And you'll just start journaling, and you'll start really like seeing how it's all coming together for you. And the reason clarity is so important is because you have to know what you're doing. You can't just go out there and start talking about random things that doesn't match. It doesn't kind of go together. And the being clear on what you're going to do is how you're going to share a message that's going to make an impact. You're not all over the place. It also has to be something you love. Like, you can't, like I said, it can't be a phase. Like, it can't be just you're going to take up quilting for a while. Like, you really have to love it, breathe it, want it every day, want to keep learning about it. You're curious. If you're not, then it's obvious. It's just like when you have a job, the people that don't like their jobs, you can go order a burger somewhere, and people that are unhappy, you can tell right away. So, and not that it's unhappy to be working at a place that serves burgers, but if you're going to be doing that, like enjoy it. Make somebody's lunchtime the best part of their day, because that's what you enjoy. You love it. Like do it with all your heart. Um, Knowing and being clear is also important, because if you don't, you're doing a disservice to yourself and to those that you're helping. So same thing I just talked about, like you have to love it. Don't go to your job every day drained, unhappy, depressed. I mean, that's no way to work or live. Like that should not be a part of your life. And if it is, then it's time to make a plan to get out of it. To reach your goals, you got to know where you're going. That's kind of about being present too. Like you have to be able to look past all the fog, all the all the overwhelm, the chaos that's in your life. You got to be able to like clear it out and look past it to see, okay, that's where I'm headed. And every day you'll be able to make small steps towards that. And having that strong foundation, and that's again here is like clarity and confidence. It's your foundation. You know, you build a house, you want to like super stable foundation, right? Because you don't want things crumbling. It's same with your life and your business and your world that you're creating for yourself. You have to make that strong foundation so that as you're building your success, it's actually staying up and it's growing and it's strong. It's not breaking. So being clear, that's a big part of having that strong foundation. If you're not quite sure or you still don't know, here's 3 things that you could ask yourself. So what are you super interested in? This means that you've had experience with it, you want to read about it, you find books, you see things on TV, you tell your friends about it. What are you like really interested in, curious about, wanting to learn more about? And again, what could you talk about forever? What are you so passionate about that you can just continue talking about and you won't run out of things to say or to ask? And the other one is, when do you feel like you're in this amazing place? You feel so important and strong and AKA confident. What are you doing when you feel like that? What is it that you're doing? So start there. Start with these 3 questions. There's a lot more that I ask my clients and I work with moms on, but these are 3 really good ones that you could just start today answering and starting to create what it is that you would like to do. Or if you have a business already, it's like that next step of, okay, I'm going to become the real deal. And this is why. Like I'm super clear on what I do, who I'm going to do it with and for, and what message am I sharing. How to stay focused when you do have a business. That's a tough one sometimes when you have kids running around. But when you find out what your goals are, your main goals, you keep them front and center. Like they have to be in your point of view, like all day on your refrigerator or your computer. You have to write it in your daily planner, somewhere that you will look multiple times a day so that you stay focused on it. And it's also creating a plan, a realistic plan. I think if you have this goal of making $100,000 in your business in the next 5 years, that's a great goal. But we got to pull it back. We got to break it down into like, what's going to happen this year? What's going to happen in the next 3 months? What do I have to do this week to stay on track to making that 3-month goal? And just really breaking it down smaller. This is something that I also love doing. Like goal planning is so fun because it's like you're kind of seeing it all come to life as you're planning. And it's because you're creating these goals and these action steps that are they feel like you can do them. They're not overwhelming, because that's when you give up. Staying focused is looking at your schedule and not overdoing it. Like don't overschedule yourself or your family. Your kids don't need to be in 10 sports, 3 tutoring classes, and 5 instruments. It's okay if they don't. I promise they're going to be okay. And same for you. You don't want to be running them around town all week. Like you want to leave time for you to be a family at home or for you to have alone time. So that's another big part of staying focused is having space in your life to do things. I'm really big on keeping it simple because I don't need that over the top lifestyle. Like I want a good lifestyle, and keeping it simple is my thing. And I think that works. Even if you do want that over the top lifestyle and a huge house with 5 cars, like there's nothing wrong with it if that's what you truly want. But you have to keep it simple to get things going, and then you build yourself up to that. And that's perfectly okay. But you always have to remember your why. Remember why you're doing this. And it's bigger than just, oh, because I love my kids or because I want to help those people. Like it has to be so much more than that. For example, like I want to help moms, but why? I want them to feel empowered and confident to live their life with happiness and freedom and enjoy motherhood and go after their dreams. And even deeper than that, it's because I want moms to raise their children to be confident and empowered. And then I want those kids to grow up and I want them to change the world that we live in now, make it totally different, full of love, full of joy and happiness. And I feel like that my part in doing that crazy big dream of changing the world, my part is working with one mom at a time and bringing her dreams to life. So it's like that ripple effect. But if you remember your why and you stay like on fire about it, the focus will follow a lot easier and you'll be able to create the success that you want. What happens when you get overwhelmed and stressed? We know that's happening. Kids, right? Just be okay with it. Pay attention to what's going on. Like, look at your schedule. Are you doing too much? What can you ask for help? What can you say no to? Open your eyes to what you're creating. Like if you're always saying that I'm too busy or you're stressed, but then you're the one who's making all these plans, then pay attention to what you're doing and what your part is in the stress and overwhelm so you can then deal with it. My favorite, or one of my favorite things, is to remember that this too shall pass. Like we all go through seasons of craze, and knowing that it's going to end can help you take that deep breath and just work through it and bring yourself out of it. And then you just create your new plan and take action. It's okay to make changes to your goals or to your 3-month plan. Like it's not set in stone and you're able to make changes. So just create a new plan and brush off the overwhelm, take those extra activities off your schedule, breathe, and go forward from there. You can do it. I promise you can. I do it a lot. Give yourselves breaks because moms need them. We push ourselves too much and you've got to stop. You deserve a break, but you also need it. You need it like physically, emotionally, spiritually. You need breaks. You need to rest. Like I said earlier, taking care of yourself is part of taking care of your family. So if you want to be that amazing mom and wife and make sure your family is happy and taken care of, you have to take care of yourself, because if you break down, who's going to take care of them? Another important thing is when you do start getting clear on what you want to do and you start this business and you're so passionate and excited about it and you're like brainstorming and you're planning and creating, like you can totally get lost in all of that and you'll forget, oh, I also want to spend time with my kids. I also want to go on a date. I also want to go like see that movie with my best friend. So remember that yes, your passion, your business is so important, but so are these other parts of your life. And just be clear on it and make sure that you're just spending time everywhere. Like that's part of your breaks too. Like you can't just sit and work 24/7. The next thing, I don't believe in balance. I don't feel like we can ever achieve balance 100%. But I think if we have an idea of what balance looks like and feels like, and we're a little bit flexible, I think we can kind of manage ourselves and our time to make it happen. And that just really helps you, I think, stay focused as well. I think that you don't have the craze and the chaos all the time. I don't know. If you really look at your life and what would feel balanced, like what does your perfect day look like? And just kind of keep that as a vision, I think you're more likely to get super close to it. And when you're not, you're flexible about it and you kind of go with it. And that's what mom life is about so much of the time, right? Like, same thing with your business. And talk to people. I mean, you're home with your kids and you're working and you're like, like I'm not alone, but it kind of gets lonely. And you need to get out in the world and sit at a cafe and talk to people in real life too. That's one thing that I'm working on a lot because I stay stuck at home. I don't I don't know, I like it, and then I stop talking to people. I get in this like funk and I don't change out of my pajamas for days, and I just think that talking to people is really good for yourself because I don't know, just the friendships that you're going to build and the bonds will help you stay focused, and they'll also inspire you. So when you do go back to a working session, you have more to say and share because now you're inspired. And now we're getting into the last part, and it's just going to be 10 quick tips on how to stay motivated once you start. Because there's, like I said, going to be days where you don't feel as motivated, and that's okay. That's when the breaks come in. That's when you got to get outside and come back to things later. But staying motivated and coming back is important as well. So here we go. You got to believe in yourself and your purpose, right? We've already talked about this. We have to know that we've got it. That's the confidence. You're going to go fill out those 15 questions, and I'm going to send you the confidence worksheet, and you're going to go for it because you do believe in what you want to change in this world. Tip 2 is to get super clear on your goals, super clear, and you're going to update them regularly. That means that you're reviewing, you're reflecting, and you're refocusing as needed, and you're keeping them visible. That means that you see them throughout the day. You're going to take breaks, you're going to rest, and you're going to review what's going on in your life. Why do you feel tired or stressed at this time? What did you do? What did you say yes to that you should have said no to? You're going to go back and you're going to reflect on that. Asking for help and advice is important. Creating community, having friendships, both personal and in business, will be such a highlight of your life and business because we all need people. We were not meant to live this life alone. You're going to focus on those smaller goals, like what are you going to accomplish this week? And then reward yourself. Maybe it's a trip to coffee with a friend, or that cute sweater that you've been eyeing, or getting a massage. Like, reward yourself and don't be afraid to. Like, you deserve it, and it'll just continue to motivate you to move forward and reach that next goal. I love motivational books. Love, love, love. I probably have too many. Well, no, I don't. I don't think you can be too motivated, but I do. I enjoy them. They pump me up. They give me new ideas, different ways of looking at things, and I love it. So read more books and always learn. Always, even if you feel like you're a pro, an expert, always learn. There's nothing wrong with continuing to learn and grow and become, just stronger in whatever it is that you're curious about and interested in. And tip 8 is to forgive yourself and forgive others. This is like a whole event in itself, the art of forgiveness, and what it allows for you to do in your life is incredible. I know it's hard sometimes, but when you learn how to do it and why it's important, it will change your life. So learn to forgive yourself. It's okay if you mess up and make mistakes. Move on, and life gets better. Mindset, I'm surprised I did not really say anything about mindset on this training because I don't know, my mindset with my arthritis is what's getting me through it. Your mindset with your business will help you succeed. You have to work on your mindset and think about what you're saying and thinking. Even all of those thoughts have power in your life and you don't even realize it. So when you're negative, life tends to be kind of crappy. But when you can switch it and be positive, you'll see so much more light and beauty in the world. It's incredible. So if you're curious about mindset, I mean, start looking it up, ask me questions. Mindset's huge. Tip number 10 is to remember what's important. Remember what your why is. Don't forget it. That has to be what's driving you every day to be the best you that you can be. It's kind of sounded Dr. Seussy, right? But it's true and it's important. So you have to remember it. And that's pretty much all on this training. Confidence and clarity, the foundational pieces that you need in your life and business. So if you want to create your success, I don't believe success looks the same for anybody, but whatever it means for you, confidence and clarity will help you build it. So work on these action steps that I shared with you and ask questions and just like go for it. Take action, do something. You won't see results at all if you don't do something. So it's just do something and then see what happens and then do something else and see what happens and keep going. If you have questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat box. I've been kind of peeking over there, but I haven't seen any questions. So I also wanted to share one thing with you before we go. I have a new group program and I'm so excited about it. So I'd love to share it with you really quick. It won't take long. It's called Mom Confident and it's a group program, like I said, 10 weeks long. There is also some private sessions with me, but it's more for the community. I want us to have a group of moms who come together, we build our confidence, and we create our success. And then we go into this world and we change it. We make that impact. We do what we believe in and we go for it together because to me, like I said earlier, community is important. Having support is huge, and I want to do this with you. So here's what's included. It's just 10 weekly group calls, 2 private coaching calls with me throughout that 10-week period. We'll set those up. Each week, I will send you worksheets and heart-opening exercises. I love that because it's really about digging deep and finding out who you are. It's like unveiling the truth of yourself. And I'm going to send you those every week and we're going to talk about them and ask questions and just, grow there, get mom confident. And I'm also excited because I am a Firestarter facilitator now. I'm licensed by Danielle Laporte, and I'm going to send you a copy of that book, The Firestarter Sessions. It's like meant to ignite you into action as a soulful and practical guide to creating success on your own terms. That's like the slogan for it, and it's amazing. And part of this 10-week program is going to be me going through this Firestarter Sessions with you on top of my coaching practice and experiences as well. So it's all combined and it's all really exciting. And their bonuses, when you pay in full this month by May 31st, you're going to save an extra $200. So it's only $797 if you pay in full. I'm also going to send you Danielle Laporte's book, The Desire Map, another amazing way to create goals with soul. I'll talk to you a little bit about it in our program, but not too much, but the book's awesome. We'll have a private Facebook group just for us, and that just means extra coaching, Q&As, other worksheets, trainings, and ideas that pop into my head. I'm not going to hold anything back. We'll have it all in our little Facebook group. And I'll also send you access to my course that's called the Stress Free Mama. It's an online course. I sell it, so I'm going to throw that in for you to take on your own time, and it just kind of helps you become stress-free. That's huge to me, and I'd love to share that with you. So it will be $9.97 as of June 1st, but for now, if you pay in full, it's $7.97, and if you need a payment plan, I have a 3-payment plan of $347. But talk to me if you know that this is something you want to do. Don't be afraid to ask me questions or talk to me about payment plans or what is included or what about this or that. My biggest mission is to help moms, and I don't ever want the money to be the issue. So talk to me, and I know we can do something. That's all I have. Mom Confident is my new program I'm excited about. It's group coaching with some one-on-one coaching, and it's all about becoming confident in who you are as a woman and a mother. I want you to go after your dreams and live your purpose. And if you feel like you can do that and you'd like me to be by your side, I'd love to walk that journey with you and make it happen. So I'm going to put the link to this. Hold on a second. Let me put this back to me. Hello again. See if you guys have any questions. It doesn't look like it. So I'm just going to quickly add the link right under this video. And if you would like to sign up, you can read more about it on this page. Hang on a sec. This link is not just to go straight to a payment page. So you can click the link and then you will be able to go to the page where it talks about everything that we're going to go through each week, and also, I don't know, just different things. So you can take a look there. It'll be there in 1 minute. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this at the same time as I'm talking to you. See, if you have any questions, type them in, please. And if you're watching the replay and you have questions, you can still type them here so that I can see them later. Here we go. Okay. So if you click that big link below, I think it should be there. You might have to refresh. So give it a minute, refresh, and then you can click it. Okay, I don't see any questions in the chat box, so I guess I'm going to sign off now, but thank you again so much for joining me live or watching the replay, and just stepping into that best version of yourself and becoming more confident and clear on what you want to do in this world so you can make your big impact. Okay, have a great day. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.